So here we are at my shell again. We have our terminal open. Let's start our pipes and filters live coding session by remembering what we have done last time. Remember, we had the file fruits.txt in this directory. We wanted to count the number of unique fruit names in it. We said unique fruits sorted.txt, and we piped it into fruits unique.txt, just like this. So we redirected the unique fruit names in the output of the unique command to a text file called fruitunique.txt. We then used this text file with the wc command, word count command, with the -l option to count the number of lines in the new file. Why? Because number of lines will give us the number of fruits, as each line is a unique fruit name. If I actually show the contents of this file, we see that each line is a unique fruit name. I can say wc -l fruits unique.txt, or actually it's fruits unique.txt, not fruits. We can see that 6 is the number of unique fruit names in it. What you probably have noticed about this command is that we had to save the results of the unique command to an extra file just to count the fruits. Could we do better? The answer is yes, if we take advantage of the pipes and filters that we just talked about. We could have just used unique fruits sorted.txt and piped it into wc -l. Let's try that. Unique fruits sorted.txt, and I pipe it into the second command we wanted to get, wc -l, and we get that 6 beautifully as the number of fruits in it. Actually, we could have done even better. We didn't even need to have fruits sorted.txt. We could have just typed, remember that original fruits file, let's cat that, fruits.txt. It had all these names of fruits in it. We could have just said sort fruits.txt and pipe that into unique as a command. That unique will take the output of sort fruits.txt. What will that output will be? It will be this, right? Sorted names, and the unique will pick the unique attributes in it. So we can pipe that into unique, and it's going to give us the number of unique fruits. Then we can take that and pipe it into wc -l, and notice we get that same answer. We get that same result faster and more efficiently. And do you notice how short this one command is compared to all other commands I typed to get to the same result? This is one of the features that makes Unix so powerful, as we described in our first Unix video. Now let's look into one more filter command using man and grep commands. As I mentioned, man is the manual page command in Unix. If I say man cat, I'm going to get the manual page for the cat command. If you look at this manual page, you'll notice that file is one of the words that are used many times. But exactly how many times? Right? We are trying to count it in this example. I can actually say man cat and use grep to look for that pattern for the file, word file in it, for a string. So I can pipe it into grep and find every line in that manual page that has the word file in it. So here we see quite a few lines that has the word file mentioned within that manual page. Now I can take that and pipe it into our wc command, word count command, with the only lines option, and I'll see that 10 lines in that manual page mention the word file. So let's move on, let's clear this. Lastly, let's look at a pipe and filter that shows what processes are running in my Unix system. A command that we haven't done before. PS is a command for reporting process status. That stands for process status, PS, in Unix. We will use PS to show all processes associated with all the terminals. So to do that, I actually use some of the PS options. So if I say just PS, I'll see I have just a few commands running through here. But if I say PS minus AEF, I get like every process associated to all the terminals and running my system, my Unix-based system actually. We see that the output is quite a bit. There's a lot of processes. It doesn't even fit in my terminal window. Now let's add the more command to it to see what's going on here a little better. To do that, I'm going to actually maybe reduce my font size a little bit to show you more of what's there. Let's do PS minus AEF more. So I can make this a little bit more. Now I'll see all these processes. As you see on top, there's UID, PID, PPID. These are different identifiers associated to processes. Some of them are the parent process, some of them are unique ID for the current process that's running in the Unix system. Some of them are actually there to actually launch our terminal and some of our Unix core functionality that belongs to the system and our kernel. But if you go through this, you'll notice that that first line on the UIDs is not really sorted. And we maybe want to sort that using our sort command, right? Let's make a pipe to sort the result of the PS command, but this time we'll add a redirection to save the results of our sorting filter command, right? If I just said PS AEF sorted, and maybe I'm gonna pipe that into more, so I could see now that they're all sorted, as you see here, including that first header line. Oops. It's still in my terminal, and maybe I want to process that file later to understand some of these commands. So I can, instead of more, I can just say, redirect this into out.txt. Now, out.txt will have the data in a form I would like to use it. I was able to, in a way, quickly prepare data for further analysis. One thing I'd like to mention here is we have the pipe into the sort command, as you've seen, and we have the filter as the sort command that processes and does something with this output of the PS command. So PS command piped into a filter. This happens to be the sort command. But there's a redirect there. Remember, we pipe into commands. Some of them are filter commands. Some of them are just regular commands that don't do anything with this input. And we redirect into files. Like out.txt is a file. And we redirect the output of sort that would normally go into standard out into a file called out.txt. After this quick introduction to pipes and filters, in the next video, let's focus on some filter commands and other Unix utilities we can leverage for quick exploratory data analysis, just like we started here by converting the results of PS and saving it into a file, out.txt, the sorted version of those, for further data analysis.